This is a training session for Chapter 7 of the Right-of-Way Engineering Manual. This presentation is meant to be an overview, and it is recommended that the manual is to be used for design rather than this presentation. Chapter 7 describes the development of as-acquired plans for a completed project. The chapter is divided into the process, plans used for the as-acquired, deeds, how the as-acquireds are archived, and the disposition of excess lands. As-acquired plans document the acquisitions associated with a project. They provide information to support the identification and sale of any excess property after the completion of the project. Team support serves as the lead and will initiate data collection, plan updates, coordinate deed recordations, and coordinate the archiving of the as-acquired plans. The final as-acquired plans are uploaded to the ProjectWise archives and Gateway archives. Following the completion of all acquisitions for a project, the Acquisitions, Relocations, and Settlements section will issue a project closeout letter to the Finance section with the Team Support section copied in. Team Support will gather data from the following sections: Acquisitions, Relocations, and Settlements for acquisition files and recorded deeds, Environmental Stewardship for environmental permit conditions that may involve recordation of deed restrictions, the Practitioner for all right-of-way plans and right-of-way plan revisions. Team Support will determine if there are agreements such as town agreements, railroad agreements, tax ditch agreements, property owner agreements, TID agreements, and any other pertinent agreements. The Team Support section will make sure all easements have been extinguished. Any lands acquired through the advanced acquisition process are noted. Determine if there are excess lands or were any lands determined to be uneconomic remnants through court order or through the negotiation process. The Team Support section will notify the DelDOT GIS section and the appropriate county GIS mapping team of any new right-of-way lines or parcel boundaries. Team Support starts with the final right-of-way plans with all revisions. Plans are updated to reflect any changes that occurred after the issuance of the last revised set. The cover sheet of the right-of-way plans, or the sheet of the construction plans where acquisitions are shown, should have the stamp As Acquired, which is located in the Bluebeam resources on the DRC CAD Wiki. Plans are updated in Bluebeam using a PDF format to reflect changes that have occurred after the issuance of the last revised set. Changes on the plans will be made in red and, if space permits, circled with a red cloud symbol. The actual limits of acquisitions will be identified. The reason for the change is noted in the data sheet. Team Support will work with the Land Services section to make adjustments to the right-of-way to incorporate lands into the right-of-way or convert to excess lands. For excess lands that are added to DelDOT's Land Services portfolio, Team Support will add the assigned inventory number. After finishing the updates, Team Support will submit the as-acquired plans for a Bluebeam review by all sections of right-of-way, environmental stewardship, railroad, utilities, the practitioner, and any other appropriate DelDOT section. Team Support will review the deeds in the project files to determine if recorded deeds match the land acquisitions shown on the right-of-way plans. The following is checked on the plans and compared to the recorded deed: grantor's name, tax parcel number, meets and bounds, and area of acquisition. If the information described in the deed does not match the acquisition area described in the final right-of-way plans, the Team Support section will coordinate with Acquisitions, Relocations, and Settlements to determine if a corrective deed should be recorded. Once as-acquired plans are finalized, the plans are signed and dated by the Chief of Right-of-Way. The following sections receive a copy of the plans in PDF form: Right-of-Way, Land Services and Operation Services, Finance, Budgets and Programs, Development Coordination, and the Environmental and Administrative Support section. Once all copies have been distributed, a memo is sent from Team Support to the Environment and Administrative Support section and the GIS section, indicating the plans have been approved, deeds recorded. The documents are ready to be scanned into ProjectWise archives and the DelDOT Gateway system by the GIS section. Team Support will also send to the DelDOT Record Center and the Delaware State Archives. Land Services will identify potential areas of excess lands for sale and initiate a distribution of information to DelDOT sections asking for comments on the change in right-of-way line or possible sale of excess lands. If the land is determined to be excess, a land inventory plat is prepared. A sample can be found on the DRC. If necessary, an appraisal valuation plat is also produced for the appraisal section to determine fair market value. A sample plat is shown on the DRC.